The incredible popularity of the MVP glitch has not gone unnoticed by other disc golf manufacturers. But why was the glitch the first disc of its type to really take off? Hey everyone, it's Greg from Six Sided Discs, and this is Flight Numbers Don't Matter. And with the recent release of the Axiom pitch and the Discmania Spore, it's about time we revisit this category to see what's what. But before we do, we need to look back. Before the glitch took disc golf by storm in 2022, there were a few other discs that sort of occupied this space, such as the Latitude 64 Beetle. Though not marketed as a toss and catch disc, it was released in 2017. And while we here at Six Sided Discs have been in business since 2020, we couldn't order the Beetle from Latitude 64 until 2023, just a little while after the glitch took off. Coincidence? I think not. And while the Beetle might predate the glitch by a few years, the Discraft Rattler, though not technically a one-speed, is perhaps even less aerodynamic than the glitch, and this was approved by the PDGA a whopping 23 years before the Beetle, in 1994. So what exactly is contributing to the popularity of these super low-speed but high-glide, neutral, hybrid discs? And what do people actually use them for? Well, according to a poll of our YouTube subscribers, only 17% of players use hybrid toss and catch discs like the Glitch or Spore in competitive rounds, while 31% only throw them in casual rounds. 9% of those players only use them to warm up, and 44% don't use them at all. So it seems like we're really only talking to two audiences here: players that use these discs competitively and players that throw them for fun. And whether you throw these discs or not, you might still be curious what the new entries look like, from the Axiom pitch to the Discmania Spore or to the upcoming OTB Open Proton Soft Glitch. So we're going to compare those to the stock Neutron Soft version of the glitch, as well as last year's Gyropalooza Eclipse glitch. And I'm sure many of you already know the glitch is a deep beaded putter designed as a hybrid toss and catch disc. It's typically available between 145 and 154 grams, quite a bit lighter than the average disc. This Eclipse disc is of course the same mold, but in MVP's top-of-the-line glow plastic, which means it's not nearly as soft as the stock Neutron Soft plastic, and it may make it more appealing for use on the course. The new Axiom pitch is also of course made by MVP and is their own follow-up to the glitch. The first release of the pitch is in Total Eclipse plastic, which combines MVP's popular Eclipse plastic with the vibrant colors of Axiom discs, which typically have a different color for the rim and flight plate, except this time the color of the glow is what changes. There are tons of options available with combinations of white, green, teal, blue, or purple glow. Rated at 1.7, -0.50, the pitch does not feature a bead and gives you a different hand feel to the glitch. To my hand, I think it feels a little bit deeper and a little bit more like a traditional Frisbee. But of course, that's going to be a lot about your own personal preference as to what feels better in your hand. Next, we have the Discmania Spore. And the Spore's entry into this space starts to make things feel a little congested. Rated at 1.701, it has a much different feel off the shelf. While it's also deep, blunt, slow, and beaded, the Neosoft plastic is much softer than Neutron Soft. And it has a lot more grip, at least off the shelf, though that sort of tackiness will be one of the first things to go after it slides through the dirt a few times. And because we know plastic can have a huge impact on how a disc flies, we're also going to compare the OTB Open Proton Soft glitch. This is of course the same glitch that you know and love, but in Proton Soft it's not quite as soft, and it features a beautiful trifoil stamp, and sometimes you get these great swirls from the Proton Soft plastic as well. So the big question here is just whether it flies any differently to other versions of the glitch that are already out there. So enough chit chat, let's take a look and see how these fly. And let's first see how the Eclipse and Neutron Soft glitch compare side by side. And both look just like a typical glitch should. From a slide hyzer off the tee, they flip up to flat, and hold a very minimal turn before running out of steam, typically around 200 feet. Now let's compare that to the pitch. And it seems the pitch might have a tendency to be a little more understable. This first shot was really high, but on a lot of hyzer, it flipped flat and slowly held straight before a very minimal fade. But if we get that on a better nose angle, the pitch flips up quickly and begins a much more aggressive turn than the glitch. I'm not sure that there was much demand from anyone for a more understable version of the glitch, but maybe there's somebody out there that will be excited about how the pitch flies. What about the Spore, though? Well, the Spore is the exact opposite. Because of the pronounced bead and blunt nose, the Spore is the first of these hybrid high glide one-speed discs to actually have some overstability. In fact, noticeably more than any of these other discs. And finally, let's see that Proton soft glitch. On similar power and angle, the Proton soft glitch gets just a little less turnover than the other glitches we tested, and a tiny fade, making it one of the more overstable glitches we've thrown in a long time. So what does this all mean for fans of these hybrid high glide one-speed discs? Well, we think it's good news, because now you have a one-speed in the Spore that can actually handle a little more wind. In the pitch, you have a one-speed that can get more effortless turn, possibly opening up new shot shapes that the glitch can't do. Now, with the popularity of a disc like the glitch, there's bound to be even more entries into this market, creating even more competition. But competition drives innovation, and the more innovation we see, the more likely we are to find discs that might work for different players under different circumstances. The pitch and the Spore are direct results of that competition, and that's good news for fans of these discs everywhere. You can find the Total Eclipse pitch and Discmania Spore at sixsideddiscs.com or at the link in the video description. Do you throw hybrid toss and catch discs? Why or why not? Leave a comment down below, and also comment below what flight numbers we should explore next. For Six-Sided Discs, I'm Greg. We'll see you in the next one. Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Stop recording. And with the recent release of the Discmania Spore and Axiom pitch, this hybrid toss and catch glidey one-speed category is getting But even if you're not part of those two groups, you may be curious just how these new entries stack up. So let's talk more about those. Whether you're part of those two groups or not, you're probably curious. Whether you're part of those two groups or not, you might be curious what the new discs in this. Whether you're part of those categories or not, you may be curious. And whether you're part of those groups. Now, of course, with the popularity of a disc like a glitch, there's bound to be even more. Whether you're part of those groups or not, you may be curious what the new entries in this category look like. So let's take a look. If you like this content and want to see more, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, or supporting us on Patreon. Your support makes this content possible.